Thank you for purchasing the iGugu Gamecore wireless gamepad. With iGugu Gamecore, you can wirelessly play and control the most games installed in the PC and 100% of the online games available on the web. PC screens are designed to be used behind a monitor and 3-foot distance. iGugu Gamecore application is designed to be used on a TV with large icons and fonts that you can read from 10 feet. Let's start by connecting your computer to your TV. Using the VGA cable with a laptop computer, connect one end of the VGA cable to your laptop and plug the audio jack into the audio output often indicated with a headphone icon. Then connect the other end of the VGA cable to your flat-screen TV and the audio jack to the audio input PC audio. Select RGB or PC from the TV input menu on your flat-screen TV. Select the function for an external monitor output in your laptop the same way if you are connecting it to a projector, using the VGA cable with a desktop computer connected to a monitor. Use the provided VGA splitter and connect it to your desktop computer. Connect your monitor to one terminal of the splitter, connect the VGA cable to the other terminal, and plug the audio jack to the audio output often indicated with a headphone icon. If you use external speakers with your computer, use the provided RCA audio splitter. Plug it into your desktop audio output. Connect your external speakers to one of the female terminals and connect the audio jack from the VGA cable to the other female terminal. Then connect the other end of the VGA cable to your flat-screen TV and the audio jack to the audio input PC audio. Select RGB or PC from the TV input menu on your flat-screen TV. The HDMI port in your computer provides audio and video in the same cable. If your laptop or desktop computers have an HDMI output port, connect one end of the supplied HDMI cable and connect the other end to your flat-screen TV. Your computer is set up to use the sound card and speakers, but now you need to set the computer to use the audio through HDMI port. Go to the sound setting and select the option Digital Output or High Definition Audio Device with the brand of your video card as the audio comes out of the computer through the video card. In some cases, you may need to restart the computer for this setting to take effect. The gamepad uses a molecular frequency technology, so you do not need to aim at the receiver or at the TV at any time. The range of your iGugu Gamecore controller can reach up to 40 feet in a straight line, and up to 20 feet if there are walls or objects in the middle. The gamepad is designed so that you can set it up quickly and start using it right away. However, there are some important steps you should follow to properly configure your gamepad before operating. Batteries and connection. The gamepad uses 4 AAA 1.5-volt batteries included. To insert the batteries, remove the safety screw on the battery cover. Connecting with the receiver. The gamepad must undergo a connection process with the receiver. This operation is usually done once, but must be repeated if the connection between the gamepad and the receiver is lost. Before starting the pairing process between the controller and the receiver, the drivers need to be auto-installed in your computer. This process is completely automatic and is done only once. Connect your receiver to your computer using the USB cable. A pop-up message will be displayed in the bottom right corner of your screen. Wait a few seconds to allow the computer to install the drivers. When finished, a new pop-up message will let you know that the hardware is ready for use. Now, disconnect the receiver from the computer to begin with the pairing process. I repeat, disconnect the receiver from the computer to begin the pairing process. Turn on your gamepad. The LED lights will start to flash. This means there is no connection yet. Press the analog stick and the mode button simultaneously for a few seconds until the LED light starts to flash faster. This means the gamepad is looking for the receiver. Connect the receiver to your PC using the USB cable and allow a few seconds. The gamepad should now be connected and registered with the receiver. The LED lights on the gamepad will not flash anymore. Important. If necessary, repeat this process until the connection is established. Static green lights on the receiver indicate that the connection has been established successfully. Power button. Press to turn gamepad on. Press and hold for 10 seconds to turn gamepad off. The gamepad will enter into a sleep mode after 10 minutes of inactivity. Press any key on the keyboard to wake it up. If your computer is in sleep mode, it will wake up when you activate your Gamecore controller. Escape button performs the escape function. Open button in the iGoogle Gamecore application maximizes and minimizes applications. Use the trackball to move the cursor. It will take you 15 to 20 minutes to get used to it. The mouse is enabled by default but comes disabled when the joystick mode is selected. Trackball mouse speed adjustment switch. Lower or increase the speed of the trackball. Lower speed may add more precision in first-person shooter games. You can also change the speed of the mouse during the game. Mode selector. You can switch the functions that your directional pad and analog stick perform. The directional pad is the keyboard arrows by default, up, down, left, and right, as in any keyboard. And the analog stick is set to ASDW. You can invert these functions or disable them to enable the joystick mode. Mode status indicator LEDs. ASDW, green light. Arrows, red light. Joystick, blue light. Keyboard is enabled in any of these functions. The joystick function uses most of the commands in a regular joypad and disables the use of arrows, ASDW, and mouse. Important: each game has different settings for joystick mode. You must configure your game setting or preferences prior to playing the game. This way you can customize which function you want each control or key in your gamepad to perform. In addition to this, you can also use the gamepad keyboard as usable keys. Different games, different ways to play them. Most of the PC games are designed to be played with the ASDW and arrows and mouse. Other games also require keyboard keystrokes that you can use for different functions. If your game is designed to use arrows and mouse, you can invert the arrows function to the joystick, and this way you can press the arrows and use the mouse at the same time. If the game is designed to be played with ASDW and mouse, you can also do it. And if the game is designed to be played by pressing ASDW and arrows, you can also do it with your game controller. Motion Sensing Mode Indicator LED indicates if the motion sensing is on. It also indicates if motion sensing is in drive or fly modes. Any game can be played with keystrokes or with motion sensing. You can enable the gamepad to perform as a motion sensing controller. It will allow you to play games in a more realistic way, even when they were not designed specifically for motion sensing, such as driving games or flying simulators. The motion sensing mode is set to off by default. To turn on, press the motion sensing switch on the back of the gamepad. The motion sensing mode works this way. Press the motion sensing switch to enable the motion sensing in drive mode. The LED indicator light will turn green. Press the motion sensing switch again for fly mode. The LED indicator light will turn blue. Press the motion sensing switch one more time to turn off the motion sensing feature. The LED indicator light will turn off too. The motion sensing feature has two modes. Drive. Use the gamepad as a steering wheel to move sideways, horizontal motion only. Fly. Use the gamepad as a stick to move vertically and horizontally, horizontal and vertical motion. In motion sensing and joystick modes combination, the gamepad works as Z-axis and X-axis. The analog stick works as X and Y rotation, and the directional pad works as the point of view hat. The iGoogle Gamecore application allows you to organize all the games installed on your computer, search and save shortcuts to online gaming sites. You can also access the iGoogle server to play online games or download and install more sophisticated games in your computer. All this for free. Broadband internet connection is required to create your profile for the first time and to access the online-based section of this application. Install the iGoogle Gamecore application from the CD. Once installed, launch the application from the green G icon on your desktop. Make sure you're connected to the internet. Create a profile. This is a one-time process only, and by doing so, you'll be notified about updates, game trials, and releases when they become available on iGoogle. You are now ready to start using iGoogle Gamecore. Main screen. The main screen Home offers you two choices to begin: play from computer files and play from the internet. Play from computer files. Organize the games that are already installed in your PC. Add and classify them by category. This will make it easy and quick for you to browse and find every time you want to play them. Important: each game is installed in their own folders. To add a game you installed to the iGoogle Gamecore library, you need to find the folder where the game was installed and add the icon that launches the game. Some games also create a shortcut in your desktop. You add the game to your library by adding the icon shortcut to it. Play from computer files, My Games. My Games contains preset folders to classify your games. You can find game samples inside each category folder. Also, you can add shortcuts to your own games installed in your PC or from the internet. Adding a game shortcut. Click the Add button at the bottom of the screen to open a pop-up menu to enter the name of the game as you want it to be displayed. Click on the Find Shortcut tab to open your desktop browser to look for the game shortcut, or paste the link of a web game on the URL blank tab and save it. You can edit or delete a shortcut at any time. First, select the checkbox on the left of the Game tab, then click on the Edit or Delete button. Play from the internet. There are three choices in this section: My Game Sites, Web Game Search, iGoogle Games. My Game Sites. From this library, you can add shortcuts to your favorite gaming websites. You can add as many shortcuts as you want, edit or delete them at any time. Web Game Search. Search a game by keyword by typing it onto the search window. iGoogle Gamecore will automatically search the internet for games only. You can add any of these games to your game sites. Just press the corresponding button on the right of the Game tab, or press the Shift key plus the indicated number in your gamepad keyboard. iGoogle Games. Access the iGoogle server for free online Flash-based games or to download installable games. Online iGoogle Games. These are Flash-based games that are played directly online. Click on the yellow info dialog box on the right of each game to see the game description and screenshots. Launch the game of your preference. Allow a few seconds to load. You can sort the games on this library by using the filters on top. Downloadable games. These games need to be downloaded and then installed on your computer. You can click on the yellow info dialog box to see the game description and screenshots before downloading. The download button on the right of the game title will turn green if the game has already been downloaded in the same session. My Downloads. When you download a game, you will get the game installer only. You still have to go through the installation process. Click on the corresponding button on the right of the game title to begin the installation, and follow the steps on the game installer. Once it has been completed, look for the game shortcut on your computer and add it to the folder of your preference inside iGoogle Gamecore. Important: each game is installed at the factory settings by the software manufacturer. iGoogle cannot control where these games are installed. Some games create a launching shortcut at the desktop, and others create a folder where the launching icon is located. To add a game to your library, you need to find manually the shortcut launch icon either at your desktop or at the game folder. Also, some games require the CD be inserted to play them. Useful application tips. Most menus and functions have an indicated shortcut. This means that you can access them by pressing the shortcut key or keys on your gamepad keyboard. This is an alternative to using the mouse to select. The shortcuts are often indicated in the shapes of these buttons or inside a parentheses. To reduce the number of steps to go from one menu to another, use the shortcut menu to jump directly to the desired screen. To show the shortcut menu, click on the green tab on the center left of each screen, or press the letter J on the keyboard of the gamepad. Use the mouse or the shortcuts to select a function to jump to. If you have any questions, please contact us at www.igoogle.com.